Well, the votes are in, and sounds like people prefer a higher graphics setting as well as health bars. So, um, thanks guys for voting. Really helped me figure out what people prefer for settings, like preferences with settings or whatever. And so from now on, I'll be doing my cast with that. So today we are going to be watching a Zerg vs Terran, and the reason we're watching this is because this guy, the yellow Terran, his name is Acupuncture, and he is who Idra is going to be facing in the first round of the GSL. So this guy named Mr. Kent made this cool little post on Team Liquid about the matchup, and he actually posted some replays from this guy, and I thought being an Idra fan myself, I thought I'd check him out, and at the same time cast him. So that's what I'm going to do, cast a series of these replays. Also, before I forget, I've been meaning to do these two shoutouts forever, and I just have not done it. M. Helsinghoff and Mr. Ella Marcus both translated something for me, so I appreciate that, guys. There's my shout out. Say thanks to those two guys for translating some Swedish, I believe it was, for me, or Danish or something. It was a long time ago, and I've just forgot, and there, I did forget no more. So thanks guys once again for doing that translation, and with that, let's get back into the game. So it looks like we have a pretty standard build. Ooh, actually, just kidding, not a standard build coming out from Acupuncture here. And so he did not go for an early gas, instead he went for a later double gas. So that's very interesting. I wonder why he's doing that. Maybe that allows him to get out of really fast factory or something. The red Zerg player, who is actually cool, pretty decent, pretty well, actually very good Brood War player, looks like he went for like a 13 spawning pool with a pretty early extractor, going to get Ling speed, and we'll have to see exactly what he does with that. He's also has a queen on the way, as well as a couple 4 Lings. Ooh, and putting down a Roach Warren here, so we might see some early Roach pressure. We'll have to see how that works out for Cool against Acupuncture. Reading the thread, it sounds like this Terran player really likes his ghosts and just has impeccable micro. So we'll have to see if that happens in this game. SCV getting a little bit of scouting information, but not seeing that Roach Warren, so he's not going to expect Roaches yet. At least I don't think he did. No, he did not see the Roach Warren. Looks like we have a reactor coming up on this barracks, so either that's gonna do a switcheroo at the factory for some early Hellions, or he's not going to go ghost this game. Oh, he does have that Ghost Academy, so that's kind of odd. I'm expecting a switcheroo in this case. I mean, why would you build a Ghost Academy when you can't build ghosts? But we do have some early Lings poking in here, as well as a Overlord kind of hanging out over to this side. But the Lings see that there is a safe wall off, and they're not really going to try anything. But we have a number of Roaches coming out, and oh, an SCV actually going to be scouting the Roaches here. So the Terran player will be expecting these Roaches, but it's a pretty late scout, and he's going to have to do something very quickly, or he might find himself overrun by this sort of 4 Ling, 6 Roach timing attack coming out from Cool. This looks like the Terran player going to throw down another bunker, his starport down here as well, to kind of beef up the wall. Oh, but the bunker is actually going to go down. Nice placement with his Overlord there by the Zerg player, allowing his Roaches to shoot up and, I guess, melt the SCV as well as the bunker. Acid does melt, right? So it looks like the supply depot is going to go down. A little bit of a mistake there. I'd like to see maybe the Marines moved. And oh, that almost was terrible. The starport almost didn't get downtime, but it ended up getting actually downtime. And now some SCVs being repulled to repair this, but not quick enough. And we do have lings and roaches in the base of the Terran player, and I don't see how he's going to recover from this. Look at all the SCVs going down. I mean, he has some Marines here, but roaches are pretty decent against Marines, going to melt them. And only 2 SCVs remaining. This is going to be very hard for Acupuncture to recover from. And I'm kind of surprised he hasn't GG'd yet. I mean, no SCVs at all. Let's look at the income tab. 2 SCVs to 22. Wow, that does not bode well for the Terran player. And I don't know what he's saying. If anybody can read Korean, you know, translate, let me know. Give you a shout out or something. I assume that TT's the crying face. I don't know. I could be a little wrong there. RLTFN. I don't know. Kind of odd seeing half like Korean characters and half English characters. But I'm always interested in hearing what people say. So what is going on back in the Zerg player's base? I'm really surprised he hasn't pushed his advantage here. Yeah, really surprising. Looks like a Viking coming out for the Terran player, going to pick off a number of overlords here. But the Zerg player doing a good job trying to pull them all back to base. So only maybe going to lose one, maybe another one. And what is this? A hatchery going down. But the Terran player has a Viking there to spot it and is just going to land, and looks like might force a cancel. Does it do enough damage? No, it looks like the damage output of a Viking is exactly the same as the building speed of the hatchery, but a second Viking does come, and now this hatchery will be forced to cancel. Where is this drone going? Looks like maybe another hatchery going up over there. And I am just... Oh, I think the Zerg player should have pushed instead of tried to just macro up. Looking at the income tab, Terran player slowly building an economy again, and at the same time doing a drop with a ghost and 4 Marines. We'll have to see what he does with this. Is Cloak researched? No, Cloak is not researched, so not going to be able to do that or anything. And 2 queens here as well, so I don't see how this is going to be too effective. A couple snipes going down though, doing a lot of damage. But now all the lings are here. Needs to pick back up. Yep, there we go. But losing a Viking in the process and not really killing much of anything. Don't know if it was exactly worth it. We have a Spire going up for the Zerg player. And also a third base once again. I really don't see how the Terran player come back from this, but the Zerg player is not putting on any pressure, and this could be a mistake. I mean, if he doesn't watch out, he might be in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have any anti-air really either, so these 2 Vikings are kind of free to roam around and pick off whatever they can, getting a couple creep tumors there. And looks like they're going to cancel this expansion. Oh, nope, some Zerglings getting there in time to stop any sort of attack. Ooh, and the Zerglings are going to run away, and the Vikings will continue their rampage, so to say, but a queen in a nice position to stop it. It looks like the Zerglings are going to try to break in here once again, but I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, they have to break through a tech lab here, and that is a lot of Zerglings, but I don't know if it'll be enough. I mean, we do have 3 Marines plus 2 Ghosts to effectively deal with them, and Ghosts do a lot of damage to Zerglings, so I think with a couple SCVs repairing, all those Zerglings would have gone down. Vikings landing once again, trying to take out this expansion. And now we have Mutas in play, and looks like they're going to take out these 2 Vikings. Oh, a lot of Mutas in play. I don't see how the Terran player is going to be able to defend against this. Almost seems like he prolonged the inevitable here. I mean, these Vikings can pretty much just come over here and kill all the workers once again, and that should be game over. But we'll have to see if that is the case. A Medvac trying to sneak back to base. Couple ghosts can actually take out Vikings very quickly. They do 20 damage a shot. 2 Vikings, plus they, or not Vikings, Mutalisk, plus they can snipe, and Mutas only have, what, 120 HP. But look how many Mutas there. Even with the snipes, I mean, the Mutas, or the Ghosts just go down very quickly, and I think that was GG from the Terran player, and that is an example of how he lost, so I'm going to cast a number of these games and try and upload them relatively quickly so everybody can kind of get a sense of who Idra's facing. And so that was the first in the series. I think there's 5 ZVTs, or examples of ZVTs. So hope you guys did enjoy the game, and stay tuned for the next one.